I just came back from my trip to Sapporo last night. So I left on Thursday to go from here, Hirakatashi, to Kishiwada, and I stayed overnight at my Uncle Brian's place, just so that I could easily get to the airport next morning because usually it takes like about an hour just to get from Hirakatashi to Kansai Kuko. So I stayed over in Kishiwada, and in the morning I was able to take it very easy and kind of relax and then kind of mosey my way over to the airport. And so I took a flight. I got there around 4:30ish. So just to know, I mean, you have to go through New Chitose Airport. So from New Chitose to Sapporo, it's like 50 minutes. It took me about 50 minutes to get to Sapporo City Center, the Sapporo Station. But then where I was staying was about 20 minutes, about kind of northwest-ish of Sapporo Center, so I took the train a bit farther and had to switch a couple lines and figure out how to get there. But luckily the host was really nice and she came to pick me up from the station. But so my first night, what I did is once I got unpacked at the home that I was staying in, I decided I would go back into Sapporo City Center. So I had to walk quite a bit because I was quite lost where I was staying, just because it was a bit more rural area. But I took the bus to Odori Station, and then from Odori I went to the Suskino area, so that's a really fun kind of center with streets and like really cool signs. But I kind of walked around for a bit, and then I remembered that there's a really cool restaurant, well, not restaurant, it's an alleyway of ramen, which is just so cool. It's a really tiny alleyway. There's a ton of people going through it, especially since the snow festival is, literally the next day. So a lot of people were going through there, but I went, and I'm pretty sure the name of the restaurant was Ichiraku, but I'll make sure to check that and I'll put it in the description. But I waited about maybe 15 minutes in line, because these ramen places, at least the one I was waiting to get into, it only had 5 seats, 3 seats here and then 2 seats here. So I was waiting in line, but I will definitely say it was probably the best ramen I have ever had. I also asked for extra soft-boiled egg, which really was a cherry on top. And then I also had a Sapporo beer there, which was really good. But it was just a really cool environment because, you're shoulder to shoulder with other people, you're just eating a good bowl of ramen, escaping really cold weather in the snow. And then also the cook was really nice. He spoke, pretty much anyone who came in there who was from like a different country, he would attempt to speak the language, at least say like thank you and like I hope you had a good meal. So it was really cool. But so I went to the Ganso Ramen Yokocho kind of alleyway and I had ramen there. After that, I walked a bit more around Suskino, and I kind of went underneath into that, there's a stretch of walkway underground, so I walked around that, and then I decided it was probably best to get back just before the buses stopped running, so I went back. Next morning, I woke up really early. I woke up around 6:30, ate breakfast by 7, and I was out by 7:30. And the host was really nice, and she cooked breakfast for me. So I first went to the Maruyama Koen, and that has the Hokkaido Shinto shrine, which I'm pretty sure it enshrines Emperor Meiji among others, I think 4 other Shinto deities. But I visited the shrine. It was absolutely beautiful with a ton of snow around it. After the Maruyama Koen and the shrine, I decided to take the train back north a bit to the Shiroi Koibito Koen, the White Lovers Park. And that's like a chocolate factory, which is really cool, and it's really famous and known for its sweets in Japan. I have some right here actually. I took off the packaging already, so I wanted to get the chocolate out and share it with some people, but this is the box. But it's really famous for its chocolate. Let me show the inside. So this is the inside. It's really good. It's basically white chocolate and then 2 wafers. I wonder if this will focus, but yeah. So I got that, and this I've already given 3 out since I got here, and I just got here last night. Let's see. I also got this strawberry with black chocolate. I don't know, it felt like very much like a Valentine's Day kind of vibe, and since Valentine's Day is coming around the corner, thought I should get it. And then I don't want to unwrap it, but I got like a value pack kind of thing. So this has the classic, Shiroi Koibito wafers with like the white chocolate, and then I think it also has like a mix of these little guys too, and a couple other things, but I'm probably going to give it to my aunt and my uncle back in Kishibata just to thank them for letting me stay with them. But following the Shiroi Koibito Park, about the Shiroi Koibito Park, it was really cool because from the park, it's like a really odd walkway. Like, it's not, usually I feel like most places when you're going to like a really well-known place, there's like a very direct, like, well-known walkway to get there, but I was walking like around houses, and I think a lot of other people were doing that too. And I was walking by, and two girls, they were both Japanese, but I ended up going with them because I spoke to them. I was asking them if they were also going to the chocolate factory, so I went with them, and that was super fun. And then after that, I decided to go to the Sapporo Beer Museum. So good. I couldn't understand most of the stuff that was said because a lot of it was in Japanese, but it was really cool. And there was a tasting hall, and so I was waiting in line in the tasting hall. I mean, remember, I'm doing this alone. This was just a solo trip that I was going to do for fun. But I was waiting in line, and I heard these guys talking behind me. I was like, oh, I wonder if these guys are American, because they were obviously speaking English, but I didn't want to assume. Ended up just asking them anyway. I was like, are y'all American? They're like, yep. And so I asked to join them, and we all had some beer. I had like just a Sapporo Classic, because I really like the Classic. And then I also had a little soda drink that that Sapporo Beer Museum is known for. And then I ended up like finding out that these four guys are in the Navy, which is super cool, and they were really sweet that they let me join. And they told me they were also going to the Yuki Matsuri, the snow festival. So we all walked to the snow festival, which is super fun. Really fun group of guys. I mean, they're throwing snowballs the entire way we're walking there. And one of the guys was also like trying to hand off snowballs to people walking by us, which is super funny. But we walked all the way to the snow festival, and we kind of walked around until it got a bit darker, and the lighting was super beautiful at the snow festival. But also, like, so Odori Park, it's a pretty long strip, and so there's a lot of sculptures, and a lot of, like, big sculpture. There was two big, like, buildings, or, like, buildings that were made out of, snow. And there's also a horseback rider, really cool, one, and then what else? There is a dinosaur one with a T-Rex, which was really, really awesome. And then also, at the end of Odori Park, where all the sculptures are, is the Sapporo Panasonic Tower, or like TV tower. So I went up that before, and when I went up, thankfully I decided to go there first before I I went there before I went to the Sapporo Beer Museum, and I went all the way up to the top, but it was really like snowing really, really hard, but it was really pretty, and I got a really pretty video that I'll show. But yeah, so I did that. After the Yuki Matsuri, I split ways with the guys, and I ended up just walking around a bit more. I went to the same ramen place and got another. I got a different bowl of ramen. I got shoyu ramen the first time. I think I got miso ramen the next time. Went back to the host place, and the next day my plan was, once I got to the Sapporo Beer Museum, I ended up talking to these guys, and so I kind of forgot to video anything or take a video of anything, which is okay. It was still a good time. So I decided, alright, the next day, since I had time before my flight, I'd take a couple more videos of the snow festival just to show kind of what it looks like, because I took a couple pictures, but I didn't take any. I was too distracted to take any videos, especially because it's also really slippery. There's a lot of ice, so you really had to watch your footing. I definitely nearly wiped out a couple times. But the next day, I decided I was going to go to Odori Station again, so I put my stuff in a coin locker, went to Odori Station, and I was walking out, and I was just about to cross the crosswalk, and I hear my name behind me, and I'm like, who knows a Genevieve? Like, there is no way there's another Genevieve here. And I look behind me, and it's the same four guys, which was just such an odd coincidence, because, had I not decided to go to Odori, I probably would have missed them. So it was just, like, really insane timing. But they ended up saying they were going to the Maruyama Koen Zoo, and I was like, okay, I literally just went to the Maruyama Koen, but I had no idea there was a zoo. So we all went together to the zoo, and that was a really, really good time. Lots of animals. My favorite animal, the elephant, was there. It was really cool. There were a lot of monkeys. There were not alligators. Maybe there were. Crocodiles, definitely. Birds, lots of birds. There was polar bears. There were penguins, really cute penguins. And then a lot of the time, like, as we were walking, like, to different places, again, the guys were throwing snowballs, and at some points they were, like, pushing each other into the, like, snowbanks on the side, which was really funny, and I put some of those videos in there. And then I told them that, like, I had to go back, like, I had to get ready for my flight, I had to take the train from Sapporo to Chitose, so I said goodbye to them. I did get to interview them just because, you know, it was such a fun, you know, time spending with, like, it was really fun spending time with them, so I decided to interview them, and so I included that video after this. But yeah, that was my trip to Sapporo. It was super fun, and I really enjoyed it. And it was just, I guess the biggest part for me is I love the different places I visited, but I also really like the people I hung out with, like the 2 girls from Tokyo and Yokohama at the Shiroi Koibito Park, and then also the guys in the Navy. And then even on the plane back to here, like, you know, late at night, I thought most people would want to be sleeping. This really sweet Japanese woman and her husband, like, started talking to me, and we talked the entire flight just about, like, the similarities and differences between America and Japan and, like, makeup and clothing. It was really sweet. And we ended up getting each other's Instagrams. And she even gave me, like, a little thing that she got from Hokkaido as well. I wish I didn't have anything to give to her. Unfortunately, I didn't buy that much besides the stuff that I bought specifically for people. But she got me this, like, Hokkaido snack. I guess it's corn. I know butter is very popular. Hokkaido, like, dairy is really popular, but she got me this corn. Let's see. But yeah. All in all, a really great trip. I would totally go again. The host I was staying with, she told me it's absolutely beautiful during the springtime. So I kind of thinking about going, but not sure. For now, my next trip is probably Kurashiki. Actually, no, I take that out. Not Kurashiki. I'm going to Kinosaki Onsen, so that is my kind of next big trip that I'm planning. But yeah, that was my trip to Sapporo. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed some of the videos that I included just about, like, various places I went to, as well as the guys, like, just goofing off. So yeah, thanks for watching again. Bye.
Just rotating.
Is that easy? Oh, it's awake. Oh shit.
Oh my god!
Your water bottle fell. Oh, where's my water bottle?
He's a Russian tiger. No way.
Alright, Tor? Yves? Peter? Damien? Ryan. Okay guys, so how long have y'all been in Sapporo?
Sapporo just a
Few days?
Like 3 days.
Okay. Alright, what has been your favorite thing you've done so far? I'm gonna start with you.
Honestly, the zoo we just went to. We saw a bunch of animals. I've never seen an elephant in real life. That was pretty cool.
Okay.
The mall and the train station is really fucking nice.
Yeah.
We got some good plans there. Really cool mall.
Okay.
I have to go with the Sapporo Beer Factory.
Yeah.
Because that was
Solid.
pretty interesting. Also, I'm not a big beer guy, but I like Sapporo.
Alright.
Like that.
Okay. Alright.
We just gotta be the snow festival.
Snow Festival. Yeah. That is the reason why. Okay. Alright, what was y'all's favorite food that you've eaten so far?
Alright, let's see.
If you could choose, whoever is ready.
There was a lot of good food. Alright, for me, we went to an Italian restaurant. I had like this weird pasta that had like sea urchins, mushrooms. It was
Okay.
amazing.
Okay.
I mean, I'm always a big fan of ramen, so I'm gonna have to say the ramen.
Do you remember what type of ramen you had?
I did miso.
Miso? Okay,
I love
miso.
ramen. They did the tonkatsu ramen.
Tonkatsu ramen?
You want to
Okay.
try the ramen street you said?
Yeah. I mean, Sapporo or anywhere. But yeah, the ramen, I think it's like Ganko or Ganso Ramen Alleyway or something.
I have to go with also the ramen. We have the dokansu, like the bone.
Yeah, pork bone, yes, super good. Okay.
Got a good flavor.
Alright.
Something I really enjoyed is actually back in Osaka.
Ooh.
Okonomiyaki.
Okonomiyaki, yes.
Oh, I remember that.
Yes, okonomiyaki was good. Yes.
I haven't seen that anywhere else.
It's only in Osaka, right?
Is it?
It's in Osaka, and then there's Hiroshima style. There's 2 styles, and they compete against each other. Yeah, highly recommend.
So I'm from Florida. We're here because we're in the Navy.
Okay.
Japan's been pretty cool so far. I've been here like 4 months. Like here.
Alright.
California. Just prior was in South Carolina for schooling for the Navy as well.
Vegas. Nevada.
Big, let's go.
I do it out here. Hella different. Going
Yes.
from desert to snow, I guess. An island.
Cold desert.
It is cold in desert. I'll say that.
Okay.
Night, it's dropped down 30.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm from Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. He's brought out the accent for it. Okay. And then where are y'all going next after this?
After this, go back to Yokosuka, our home base. We're gonna chill there a bit, go to some pubs, go visit Tokyo.
Alright.
That'd be awesome.
Roppongi?
Maybe. Long-term question, I have no idea because the Navy just puts us wherever.
That's true, okay.
Yeah, we're going back to Yokosuka.
That'll be in like years. In years, we'll go back to the States.
Okay. Yep.
I'm just in Washington.
Washington?
Yeah, it's probably where
That's where we're gonna go next.
Really?
There's nothing more than that.
Okay. How long are you, like, when are you thinking you go? Or?
So it's one of our boat transitions.
Oh, I
Should
see.
be 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, we don't know for
I'm
sure.
hoping
yet.
I get
Okay.
It's really
here for as
dependent
long
on
as
the needs.
possible.
Yeah.
Military.
Any final words for people watching? Because this is for like both my family members and also people who want to visit Japan at some point, either study abroad or just for fun.
100% come. The culture
Yeah.
is amazing.
Okay,
It's
okay.
so different. Don't be scared of the people. You know what I mean? You feel like a bit different. You know, it's pretty fun to talk to locals. They're all
Yeah.
really nice too. I've never met a rude local.
Very,
Yeah.
very convenient here.
Okay.
If you're
They will.
looking, you can find a
And
very
they're not
easy
shy
way.
at all to talk to.
Yeah. Also, they'll just help you whenever you can. Like, we've been helped multiple times.
Right.
We had a few angels.
Angels. Angels. Yes.
Shout out to the 7-Eleven manager, bro.
Use Google Translate. They will 100% just use it with you.
Okay.
Yeah. No, 100% understand.
I've yet to use that, but I probably should.
All the food is good.
Yes.
You can
So try any. Okay.
Try it.
Yeah.
Literally go down the street and go to a restaurant.
Okay.
More than likely it'll be good.
Awesome. All right. Thank you.